one of the things that happened one time, and I didn't really realize how much God was reaching towards us and how much God really wants to be with us, how much He really loves us, and He longs to be with us. Here's what happened. I was in my prayer room, and of course, we do what everybody does. Now, sometimes being a preacher, you do it worse. You put God on your time. You have this much amount of time in my schedule. And so I had it 1 hour. God, you're going to get 1 hour of my time. And I was ready. I was done. I did my religious duty. I spent 1 hour with God. And so I was getting ready to leave. And as soon as I grabbed the door handle of my room, I heard the most incredible voice. God still speaks today, said. And God said these words to me. He said, please. And I stopped. I thought, who is saying please to me? And I heard, please don't leave. Sid?
God said to you?
Yes, to me. The creator of the universe.
Yes. Said to you?
Don't leave.
There's something about you that I need to be in your presence. He needs to be in your presence. Yeah. He needs to be with you. He needs to be with you. Whether you've heard that or not, this is what the Bible says, the truth book. God is not a respecter of persons. If He needs Hank and Brenda, He needs you.
That's right.
That's right. And I'll tell you how important this is. Brenda and I, we spent a lot of time together with the Lord, but we reach back. And one day, it'll come in handy, because when you spend time with God and you take that time to be with Him, and hunger is so important. See, there's times as a preacher, I've sat with God and I said, Lord, I don't feel your presence. I am bored. I don't like this time. I would rather do something else. But Lord, I'm hungry, and I want you, and I want your presence. And it doesn't sometimes seem like anything's happening at the moment.
But you know what? Someone can be hungry.
Yes.
And they don't see anything happen, and then they go and watch the ball game.
Yeah, right. Well, but one thing that Jesus had, His private prayer life produced public power. And that's where people miss it. They don't have any public power or any supernatural things because they're not spending time with God. And I want to tell you, we had a thing happen at one time.
Well, and I just feel this too, Sid, that I believe as we're talking, this came right up in my heart by the Lord as God is speaking, even as we're sitting here, that there are people dealing with loneliness. And I just feel like there's somebody out there that you're dealing with loneliness and you're feeling like, man, does anybody care? And as we're talking, you're thinking, well, God, do you care? And I just want to encourage you, this is your moment to be with God. He does care. You don't have to be lonely in your life. And so I just want to encourage you, reach to God. Like you heard Hank say, and like Sid was saying, reach to God, because your lonely moments are going to be fulfilled in Him as He's reaching to you. And so I just feel like to encourage somebody with that by the Spirit.
One time, let me tell you what God does. When you spend time with Him, there's a presence that He will put on your life.